Morning everybody, and once again welcome back in today's class. Day number 18 of this batch HRSD. So yesterday we saw, or day before yesterday we saw about the journey, events, and everything. We created, we updated, and we see. Now one thing which is important here, again a small topics, now might be a very small topics. In a day we can complete 2 topics sometime, but little important. In a company, when the employees are working, what is the different point in that? When there are employees are working, or we say it is a MNC, what this mean? What this means that this is MNC? Anybody?
I didn't got your question actually. It's what exactly we want.
What is when we joined a company, we say that it is a MNC, right?
Yeah, multinational. Yeah.
What this mean multinational?
It has a branches around the world actually.
Okay, so branches, then what?
It's capturing the market all over the world.
Okay, what else?
They have many services to provide.
Okay, what else? Why a person go to the client side outside its home country? To get exposure, right?
Yes.
To get culture. And if more to learn that language, right? To see that how the people are there, how their life and everything. Now just taking another on the same lines, think on that perspective. In a company, is only people are working who know English? Definitely no. There are employee when we say that this company has established in multiple location, it means the company is hiring this hired or have a business in the different countries with the different languages as well. Right, Harshal?
Yes. Yes.
Languages as well. Now, I am in UK at point of time. Anish in Madrid. Rich or Anita in I guess CST time zone. So they are in somewhere in US or Canada. Might be 1 or 2 from this batch is from Nigeria, where the different language has been used. I was supporting to a German client earlier. So they use the native language. They don't prefer the English. English was there, but as a secondary, not the primary. And when we were working with them, we have to be developed. The first thing which they say, which you develop for us, should be in the German as well. And this concept is called internationalization. This concept is called yes, this one. A very big word. It means that we need something in service now, because you cannot buy the instance for every specific country. Earlier, what happened when we have a keyboard phones, we just make some type in Hindi. Sorry, make some type in English. Then as we are from India, we start using the English, Hindi, telling in Hindi, but writing in English alphabets. Then our parents who don't prefer English much, they say, can I use Hindi font in this phone? Did they change the phone? No. Same phone they're using, but now they're typing it Hindi. My father sent me messages a lot sometime in Hindi only. And he prefer in Hindi maximum time. Did they change the phone? No. But still they're using Hindi in the English phone. I'm sure many of you are using iPhone as well. Rich people use iPhone. So you have the both things, English, Hindi, and if you want a local language, you can download it and you can use it. Might be someone want to talk Marathi, someone talk to in Urdu, someone talk to in Gujarati, someone talk to in Telugu, Tamil kind of. You can download those languages. But tool is still same. This concept is something similar on that part. If I am providing services to my customer and that is across the world and different users of or the employees or the I can say users are using this. Okay. In the short form, this is called it's Z not S.
Maybe local.
L is one thing. I18. Why it is called I18? Anybody idea? Why it is called I18?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Bus.
18. After I, it's 18 alphabets. Maybe.
कुछ भी है यार हर्षल. We should call Harshal like this.
H, J, H, 6, 7.
Why this is called the I18N? Anybody has any idea? The answer is right. This is so big word that from I to N there are total 18 alphabets in between. We have to be enable it in our instance. I18 localization so that we can provide the services to our customer in their own language as well. I show you one thing. If you notice before this option, before this particular plugin, let me log out. If you're using my PDI, you did not see this particular option at the time of the login. Anybody confirm on that? If you're using my PDI, you did not see this option. If you're okay, if you log in your PDI, you will not see this option. And I have a multiple languages installed in this. See. A user belong to the any of the region, any of the country, any of the language. And why this is becoming? Now I'll tell you. I'll go here and search for the plugins. And search for the plugin called Internationalization. This plugin took minimum 8 to 9 hours to get installed. Can you believe? This is so heavy plugin. And this took 8 to 9. Yesterday evening at approximately 4 or 4:30, I installed this plugin. And by the time I sleep near about 10:30, it was still 89% installed. Then I lose the hope that it is stuck. But in the morning when I get up, it was installed. And it installed these many languages. Now, if I go and open it, this is important one because you have to be support the multiple customers. Now I log in English. I'll change my language from here. Profile. And I'm changing it to. Anybody know other than these languages? Let me put Spanish.
No.
Who says Spanish?
Yeah, German, Dutch.
Oh, German. So let's see. So now when I click on this, see, things change. Things change automatically. Where this has been defined. Somewhere need to be defined. Few things are getting automatically changed, which is given by service now due to this plugin only. So now if I go and refresh this, even your backend should be get changed. See? So now the question comes where these things has been getting defined. Before we forget, let's keep and come back to the original language. Otherwise, we'll move here and there. And not only this, if you go here, did I change to English? No. Let's say password reset.
Sir, is such a heavy plugin is this? Is it impacting our instance by any chance?
No, performance impact नहीं होती यार.
Okay.
Not because these are the files need to be get installed.
Okay.
तो वैसा है. And this take time. I remember when I was with Capgemini, we just installed one plugin for the Chinese language. That only plugin take 6 to 7 hours to get installed. That was too heavy. And I'm talking about near about 4 or 5 years back. So these plugin take time because in the background they are getting installed the files plus they are changing of the setting of the things as well. So how this concept work? Internationalization, I18. First, we have to define the locales. Means what local language we need. हाँ.
Sir, एक just view है, just आप मुझे correct करना if I'm wrong. Why ServiceNow has not provided the language specific to every country actually? Means they can keep English as a option. Okay, providing मतलब उनको अगर German language में.
You're saying instance.
Yeah.
Then see, in India we have how many states? And how many languages in India we speak?
Yeah, if India.
These were different instances.
No. What I'm saying, अगर ये local इतना अगर time ले रहा है, तो we can मतलब in option we can provide the language specific to every country. अभी जैसे German है Dutch language, तो they will give a Dutch in.
you say that we should, or ServiceNow should provide the German specific instance.
Yeah, yeah.
That is what I'm saying, Harshal. How they will maintain? Do you think that maintaining a instance is easy? Different data centers, different systems, everything will be different then. So they provided us this particular option that install this plugin. So if you buy, let's say, I'm in UK now, right? If I buy a laptop, I get the UK keyboards. There's a no kind of INR or something. They have a dollar, they have dollar, even not dollar, they have a pound sign for the currency. If you buy a laptop from China, the keyboard will be Chinese only. So same thing. It doesn't mean that they are building it differently, because that is a hardware. They can set up the things done, but this is a software. So if I joined a company in China, but I don't know Chinese, then what I will say, I have to be convert the keyboard to from China to English.
English.
This is what we do, right? If
But
you
one thing, sir, अगर मैं if I changed local to Dutch language, how might that will also be in maintenance part, correct?
but that is a given by plugin only, na? Maintenance तो है, but इसमें कम maintenance है.
Okay.
Because you're not the only one who is using Dutch. There are the multiple customers using Dutch. I'm giving a simple example. If you joined a company in China, will you change the laptop because you don't know Chinese and take an English laptop? Or you will keep the two laptops? What you will do, you will go and change from here this thing, what I can say, keyboard.
Yeah.
Now, if I show you something, let's say, यहाँ पे है क्या? Wait, I'll show you something. This thing, let's say incident process guide. This is in English, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I want to convert this. What I'll do, I'll use this thing. ये क्या है? Locally तो सारी है. देखो, American Arabic. So it will get changed now. Arabic Banihan. It will change. Not sure that why it's not be changing now, but it changed.
But as you मतलब आप जैसे बोल रहे हैं ना सर कि they will have to maintain so many specific local, okay, and to maintain the data also. Then one very basic question actually, if I change the local, okay, and I'm using Dutch, and how it will be get means how data center will handle this, because you know English only, correct?
No. So before it go to anywhere else or in the database, it has a format. It has a place where you have to put the changes. See, installing this plugin doesn't mean that everything has been done. We have to make a changes as well. This is what we are going to be doing now.
Okay.
There are few specific, what I can say, tables where we have to put the translations.
Okay.
Almost things ServiceNow give automatically. But few are the words which not be get translated, then we have to do manually. Okay. So as this has been installed in my PDI, now what you can do, log into my PDI, open any of the catalog item and change your language and see that is everything appearing in that language or not. Few words might be in English, And remember, you are changing the instance language, not your system language. System is your laptop language. That is still English. If you write something, it will be in English. Okay.
Yeah.
So now for this one, we have to define the locales. Then local support. and then we use the translated text if required. Maximum things get converted as soon as these plugins get installed. Okay.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure, I have no idea about this standard, but ServiceNow use UTF-8 standard for this particular localization. Might be it's a unified translated something there, a standard. They use that standard for this particular translation. You can change the prices in that particular local language. INR to I can say dollar kind of things. You can change that prices. Okay, but what is important? It's a very small topic, not a very big topic, because this is crucial to be understand that did ServiceNow provide any kind of a localization. Now, if you are a consultant, you got a requirement to change the things. Let me show you one example. Let's say I change my language from here. Dutch. Now I'll go for the incident. And I open it. Let's say categories, right? These are the categories. You can see few words are get converted, but rest are still in English. Hardware is still in English. Software still in English. Password is still in English. Where these things get to be changed. So there are 5 to 6 tables for changing the value, for changing the level. C status is still same in English, but we're in the Dutch language. So we need to be change the labels. We need to be change the value. So there are few tables which ServiceNow say number 1. Choice table. To make a change in that. Let's go back to English and then we'll see. You will not believe that in my previous account, I was doing a testing on the German as well, because my client was German. So I had to use this thing, Google Translator sometime to see everything is working fine or not. So for choices, you have to go in the choice table. Here, configure choices or show choices. And do we have anything kind of translation? Let's see. यहाँ तो कुछ नहीं है. Here, sorry, language. देखो. This has been converted. So you have to get a new entry for this one. And then you have to put the language code, that which language it should displayed. That is when you work as a consultant and client is in the different languages, we have to be asked for the translation as well. Now Harshal will say, sir, you can use the Google. No. Google Translate, no. In my previous, as I say, we are working on these catalog items. We have in the Excel format have a specific sheet translations. Your text, your labels which you want in the different language, please give us a translation properly. Because sometimes which you search on the Google Translate is different than the customer is using. Little bit changes can be possible. So they have they give us their what is use. It's deep learning or something is there. Deep something is there which we use for the translation. So you can use the language code here. And then you can define the language here. There's the number 1 part. Second, when you create any record and you get the pop-up messages. Sorry, this is not valid or these things. These things has been defined under the sys UI message table. Sys UI message table. See how many records are there because just of the localization.
So you mean to say, sir, for some of the features that we want to convert in a different language, then apart from like plugin translation, we have to go onto these areas and translate into the language.
If that is not getting converted automatically, then maximum thing given by ServiceNow itself.
Mhm.
If not, then we have to be go and make it entry. So you want to change the message, go to the message. If you want to change the choices, go to the choices. If you want to change the label, like this language or message is in English, so go to sys documentation. DOCU document DOCUM sorry sys DOCUMENT TATIN sorry.
So, sir, that I18 plugin that automatically installs all the languages, or we have
No,
to.
you can choose it if you want. So 23 languages it show.
Okay.
If you want, you can pick up the specific languages only. So now you're on the field label side. See,
Because I remember, sir, there is not a Romanian language. I think I'm not sure, but
might be you can check. So now for the field label, table incident, current impact, this thing. Now if I say impact, see, might be that impact is on a task table directly. So field label can get changed from here. So you can see the labels get changed. So total 6 tables are there. One more table. Sys underscore translated text. That will again for the translation purpose. See, short description. And you can see the records are too much. But it's not showing like this incident table.
sir, what is the Excel sheet template for this, or we just create those fields in English and then we have a column of translated which customer has to provide.
Yes, mainly customer has to provide. Even though I'll say that Google Translation is one of the good key to convert any language to any language, but I will still prefer don't use. At the first point, you should ask for the customer, please give me the translations. If they say you can use Google Translate, only then go, but otherwise, first you have to be asked for the customer only. Don't assume that okay, everything can be available on the Google Translation. Or they will provide you some specific tool for the translation conversions. So these are the 4 or 5 tables which this particular localization use. Now how the localization work actually? How, which parameter it pick up for the translation? Number one, when you log in, if you choose the language here, that is the first point of contact for the localization. That system understand that I have to be convert everything in the different language. That is the number one key. If user did not use or did not change the language at the login, then it will go for the language picker in the system settings. Not here, not here. Sorry, this one. क्या मैं system settings ढूंढ रहा हूँ यार. Properties, where you can define the UI properties or the sorry 16 properties. Where you can define the language. कहाँ गया language? कहीं तो it's a time zone. कहाँ गया system picker? I saw somewhere. Do you remember that there is some language here as well, other than time zone? Because it's which I remember in my training that it is in the system picker. If it is not available in the system picker, then it will go for the user profile and check what language has been mentioned in the user profile. And if this is also not defined, then it pick up the your instance, your I can say system default language. At the 4 level, it gets changed.
Here you say on the screen, sir, language. If we change the language, English, on the right side column, it will change that. Okay.
It will change. So how the system check? First, it will check is user change the language at the login. No. Then it go to the properties level and check anything defined by the admin at the instance level. No. Then is check what language has been defined in user's profile. If they're fine. If no, then convert the things as per the your laptop or desktop language. By this way, it decide, and then it run in the background for the 4 or 5 tables which we see: label, translated text, messages, choices, and get the converted value from them. Also, if you remember that when we are creating the HR templates, we have an option here. That is called use the translation. Here my HR templates. Oh. This one. Use global descriptions for this one. Multiple languages. Click on this. And then you can define your languages here. One more thing which is important, and that is a key here. Atul, I read Chinese. I can read Chinese. I'm working in the China location and I read Chinese. and I want my knowledge article should be in the Chinese. ये problem है. I cannot create multiple articles for the multiple languages. So what ServiceNow says, you can install a plugin for this one. And that is called Knowledge Management Internationalization plugin. And you can see this plugin will get installed. And now when you open the knowledge articles, let's give a try. Oh, might be some documents get changed. Not sure that what happened from the last 2 days. By the time I just repair everything, I'm not able to access any of the document. Is anybody change anything in the criteria level of the user? So you will find an option here. Change my language. I want to be sure even no document is. Let me go back here. Benefits request. Everything is a request. I'm looking for a knowledge article. Because we all are admins, so I'm sure that for everybody the same issue will be there. रुको एक काम करते हैं. Let's put like this and use like this. No contextual search is coming. Let me give a try like this. Service portal. Am I getting any option here? No. How I can show you now? Because this is not working here. Otherwise, we can see an option here to change the language of knowledge article. And then you can pick up the knowledge article which you want to be pick it up. I'm just looking for any kind of documentation. Here article. Let's see if that worked for me. Not here. Why it's not showing me the language option here? Otherwise, we'll get an option here for the language to change it, and then the translation can be happen. Oh, wait. Let me do this thing. Go to case knowledge. अच्छा ये भी चेंज हो गया है. Yes. Now my instance need a reset, I'm sure. No, I'm not getting that option. Otherwise, we can see, because I'm sure that in the previous, because this is a knowledge portal. Earlier we have a, what I can say, knowledge management V3, which have an option to make a change here. The language translation option is there. And that will come only by installing that particular plugin. So you can click and you can change the knowledge article language from the drop down, in which language you want to be see. That will only come when we have that knowledge management international plugin need to be installed or activated. Only then it will become. Okay, so things are there, but for us to be understand, this much is sufficient. I can say this much is sufficient to be understand on this particular part. Clear, everybody? Doubt, question, clarification?
Very clear, sir. So I understand, sir, there are only these two plugins, important plugins, which we need to install in order to make multilingual.
Yes, right. Only then it will be work properly for us.
And where we can get the updated list of these tables, sir?
Um, you can check on the docs as well. Or
Okay.
mainly choices is the main table, message is the main table. So it is up. It depends on where you are facing this issue. You're facing issue in the text. You're facing in the field. You're facing in the uh, pop-up messages kind of things. According to that tables, you can pick it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now I have another topic called the documentation, document management, and that is called employee document management. What does this mean? This means that an employee submit the documentations. Give me a minute. Employees submit the documents, reimbursement bills, pension form, online specifically, or might be some joining documentation kind of things, some government proofs, travel allowances, bill kind of things. Okay. And those bills need to be taken care by the company for a duration. So where these documents get stored in service now, how these documents can be taken care. In my company, I have a policy that for the 2 kids, I can get the tuition reimbursement. The only thing is that every month I have to be submit the receipts. I submit it, that's fine. After that, my HR will download it, might be take a printouts to keep in the file some purpose. Now, how to be store these things? How to be take care of these things? So ServiceNow provide us another plugin, employee document management, which we installed. So yesterday I installed these 3 plugins and things get sorted out in the morning only. Okay. Now the thing is that you can get, sometimes you get the documents from the external source to the service now. But what I can say, ठीक है रुको आगे चलते हैं इसके ऊपर. Okay, or you can get the documents from the third party storage to your one. Might be customer storing or updating or uploading the documents in the SharePoint, and you want to bring it in the some other place to make sure that in service now it should be retained. Because to do this particular part, we have to be categorize our documents. See, documents have two things. Either you needed the documents for the legal purpose, or either you keep it the document for the compliance perspective. Like if a user left out the company, you need to be delete his records after 5 years. Retention जिसे हम कह सकते हैं. Up to this time it has been retention. But before doing that, we have to be understand that how this document management work, and it is a standalone application. It is not depend on the HRSD. It is a standalone, and it is called EDM in the short. So how it will look like? On the top, we have a document type. We have a document type. What type of document it is? Confidential, internal, external kind of documents it is. So it can be like under that we can divide it, because document type is one, but kind of for which service it has been used. If I talk from the HRSD perspective, which service it is going to be used. So we have a under this we have a topic wise, and topic refer to the services mainly. Then we have few documents which is for the security type documents. Few documents of the policies, retention policies. We keep it for the retention purpose only.
So this plugin will work in the application scope, HRSD application or scope only.
It will work, right? No, it has its own scope. Employee document management. As I'm saying, it works standalone as well. It is not necessary that if you have HRSD only, then it will work. No, it can work standalone as well. And now under this, we have this is security policies, this is retention policies, this is a topic. Topic says that for which type of service, HR service, because we're talking about HRSD, so we're talking about the services here. Which type of service document it is? Benefit, reward, reimbursement, travel, offer letters, NDA kind of things. In the security policies, we define who can view, who can read these documents, who can like move, not read, who can view and who can move from one location to other location. Proper authorization is required. Or who has the rights for the purging for these documents. Then if we talk about the retention means main point is that retention policies. Retention policies means how long you want to be retain it. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What is the HR criteria to retain it? I want to retain all the user data for this particular location. That is my retention policy. If you see, even I noticed that earlier when I applied for a job and did not hear anything, after a year I got an email. As per the GDPR compliance, we are removing your data from our database. That is what their retention policies. Up to 1 year we retain it. After that, we'll remove it. And last is called the expiration. Detention policies. When it will get expired after retention, and who will get notified for this? This is all the configuration we have to be do. And then our stuff will work. Because see, the purpose that we have documentation available. We have getting a lot of installed, sorry, we are getting a lot of attachments, documents. We have to make sure that it has been proper retained. It has been proper secured. Data leakage, what is a data leakage? Is this only that unauthorized person got access for the document and it get leaked? Credit card data leak हो गया, Facebook data leak हो गया, debit card data leak हो गया. What this mean? It means those data. See, that is a data but not a document. But example can be work in a similar manner. Those data have a security policies, but that security policies has been compromised. And get breach. I have one credit card which I took approximately 10 years back. I closed that credit card. Still, I'm getting the emails. It means they're retaining my data till now. So what is the process? It says high level process. That is called the bulk import process. Bulk import process for this particular stuff. And you have to map it accordingly. Generally, we use it, but not much. This is what I see in my previous cases of the implementation of HRSD. You can get the data from any other third party. Or local storage. In your laptop, desktop, you have downloaded that data. Now you want that data should be imported in ServiceNow in these, so that it can be retained, it can be secure, it can be expired as per the policies. So with this, we go to the next part where we prepare that how to import it. Bulk import, which we say. And then to do the bulk import, we do the configurations. We will try to see that how it's look like in ServiceNow. What are the options are there? And then we have to map the record level, that which document, which type of document should go which particular place, so that it should be secure, it can be retained, it can be expired on time. Generally, this part need to be done. The part done by my developers. I have to be only make sure that I discuss this concept with my customer. This part. That what topic, what security policies you have, what retention policies you have, because retention policy is not defined only for the one team. Retention policy depend on the organization level. So they have to be get in touch with their security team internally. And then take it forward. Every company has its different retention policies. Every company has a different purging policies, archiving policies. Someone says I archive after 6 months. Someone says no, I archive after 1 month. We retain the data for the 4 years. We retain the data for the 2 years only. So it depends on the company to company, that what type of security policies they have, what type of retention policies they have. So if you come back here before you get sleep, create new, search new. हाँ यहाँ मिलेगा एम्प्लॉय डेटा डॉक्यूमेंट्स यहाँ पर सी डिफॉल्ट रिटेंशन पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट टाइप्स इसमें ज्यादा है नहीं means it's not much for us to be do but to be understand that concept. Education agreements, topic tuition, topic category this, benefit and table this. So from here which you will be getting it, how you are going to be retain these documents. This is what the important part. Customer employee has uploaded it, that's all, but company has a policy. Security policies, retention policies, no for the default US employees, ended plus 6 years, up to 6 years they can keep it. For the rest it's indefinite. So we have to be designed, we have to be defined. Few documents are for the legal hold only. You can see legal hold. What this mean? If check document is of the type of the document type are not purged. What is the meaning of the purging? I'm using this word a lot. What is the meaning of the purge here? Anybody? Anish?
Cleaning, sir.
Cleaning of what?
But it's a context. I may be missing the context, but if I read.
So purging is like a cleaning where you can hold it or not hold it like this. So when you say the legal hold means you're not allowed to remove those documents and keep it for the long time. Like property documents in our bank, in our government agencies, in municipalities or kind of things. They never get purged. They never get cleaned. They're retaining it for the long time. Might be sometimes someone will come and say, hey, I need these things. So important part, and you can see this is for this application, separate scoping. So we can define our policies here, retention period. And for the different way, you can define this like this. So like this, document credit plus 7 years, document credit plus 1 year, end date plus 5 years. And defined on the HR profile employment end date, which date it should pick it up. This is my retention policies, sorry, retention period. Now what is the retention policies? On this table, indefinite. On HR, payroll, indefinite. No, I don't want indefinite. I want some timings. So you can define it. See, retention period. It work in the block. It has been defined in the blocks, but work in a single place. Again, go back here. Security policies. How to secure it? Secure means who can access. Payroll document access. Who can read this? Who can write this one? And who can purge? Nobody. Because it's an indefinite. And what includes the document type? Corporate credit card request form. By this way, you can or we can take care and maintain our this thing. So if you want, you can get the document, these policies as well. But only thing is that you have to know that from where it had been start. Type, document type, topic, security policies, retention policies, and expiry retention policies. And then if you try to delete it, you'll see the error that no, you are not allowed as per the security policies or retention policies up to this particular time. Up to you that how you want to be move it, how you want to take it. And then you can do it easily. This is a small brief about the documentation. In this, consulting is required on this particular domain. Background is easy to do. Configuration is easy to do. But configuration is required. Sorry, I'm saying configuration. Consulting is required at this particular point. Because HR data is a personal data. So things need to be discussed very carefully, very clearly with the customers and their IT team. So not IT, security team. That how they're managing the standards at the organization level. Clear, everybody? Doubt, question, clarification.
Thanks, Chaitanya. I18N can be used for any module. No?
हाँ कर सकते हो ना. I18 तो independent है. For ITSM, CSM, anything you can do it. But preferable, I will say, don't install all the languages in a one go. Language, what you need, only install that. I did this mistake yesterday. I just click on the install all, it started. I think I should just pick up 1 or 2 examples to show you guys. So that is the best practice I can say. Don't install everything in a one go. If new customer onboarding is coming, then install the localization plugin and do your work. ठीक है जी, another question. Good.